Dear YouTube friends, welcome back to the new episode of our story. Story of two people who moved from city to paradise at the end of Czech Republic to find back their invisible roots of healthy mind and body. Vincenz Priessnitz was the founder of the well-known spa in E07 town who took care of patients in two ways. He used water procedures for physical therapy and worked to keep patients' minds busy and away from thinking about their diseases and troubles. And unfortunately, we needed some kind of therapy due to a very tragic event that has affected our life deeply. So our second half of spring was exactly in Priessnitz mood. We were doing the water therapy in our favorite stream, and we did a lot of work because of the ongoing reconstruction. We had tried to clean everything and get ready before the roof work started, and mainly before the puppy arrived. But we had also a big delay caused by 2 weeks of grief when we weren't able to function normally. And that put even more pressure on us, and I wasn't sure if I'm able to handle the puppy in such a chaos and stress. But we had no choice, and in the end, the puppy was the most effective therapy.
Without doggy.
A whole month has passed since we last saw Jeffrey, so we had no idea how big he will be. And he was still so tiny, but already way more movable. Soon we found out he has only a tiny body, but a huge spirit because he is the bravest puppy.
We're going home.
We have dog? Hello, this is dog.
This is dog.
No problem with 5 hours car drive, no cry at night, no homesick, good appetite. Everything was new for him and everything was exciting. Nothing can scare him. And thanks to that, he has joined us in our life like nothing much happened. The only thing we needed and didn't make on time was a fence. But it turned out that Jeffrey has a talent for construction and he was helping with everything. Thanks also to our friend František, who helped us with brickwork and showed us how to mix concrete and build a fence. By this task, we took our skills to the next level. And it is a great feeling to watch this video and see we really built something from point zero. But it wasn't a short process and the weather was not helpful at all. Most of the days were very cold and rainy, but when the sun showed up, you could feel it got stronger. So while our garden has been filling with more and more material, we almost missed the burst of pea-green color, fresh leaves and herbs all around us. Almost, because a dog will always tell you when it's time to go out, and that was one of the main reasons we bought Jeffrey. My fear of having a puppy in this hard time disappeared. Jeffrey's presence was keeping our feet on the ground when a storm of stress and sad memories wanted to drag us in. Taking care of the basic needs of such an innocent creature reminds you how simple happiness can be and how little we need. And just now I can see it was not only Jeffrey. All the activities I was so attracted to during this period were meant to ground me. I needed to walk barefoot, feel the cold water, collect herbs and create something out of it for my family. So I was collecting all herbs possible and drying them or making syrups. It wasn't conscious, it was an autopilot mood for me. And for Jan, I think he found peace in my feminine energy, because he seemed happy to do all those things with me and just watch me run in the fields or spending hours in the kitchen between kilos of brown sugar and herbs.
Takže dneska je poslední den před velkou akcí. Zítra jde střecha dolů a pocity jsou teda šílené, protože počasí vůbec nepřeje. Za poslední 3 týdny vyšla předpověď asi tak 5krát a radar se mění každý 2 hodiny, takže to je spíš jako hádání z usedliny kávy. A je to psychicky náročné, protože na tom závisí organizace spousta věcí dohromady a lidí, takže to rozhodnutí, jestli to odložit nebo do toho jít, když bude pršet, je fakt těžký a v podstatě není vůbec jako na jakým podkladu ho udělat. Takže jsme se rozhodli, že to půjdeme. A i když teda už zítra má pršet, v úterý má taky pršet, což je za 2 dny, takže uvidíme. A prostě hold, si ověříme to, jestli opravdu vesmír přeje a pomáhá těm, kteří jdou po svém osobním příběhu, nebo ne, no.
And then it began. I don't know how much experience with roofs you have, but for us, it was a very scary thing. We couldn't even imagine someone getting on the roof, moving there and working there. Like, how? How is it possible to get all the roofing down in one day? How will we survive 2 days under a tarpaulin if a storm comes? How the roof can be done if it will be raining? What we gonna do if the guys won't make it in the 9 days they have? We just didn't know. But already the first group of guys showed us it can look like a ballet on the roof, and we felt a little bit better. Thanks to Cornell for helping and bringing the A-team. The roof was down in 6 hours and our house turned into a big tent. We've had to camp for 2 days until the second group arrived and we had experienced a few showers. The house stayed dry and the rainbow promised better days. Then a dream team of my friends arrived and I felt a bit calmer because I knew the house was in good hands. I wished to have the reconstruction done by our friends because I believe it has a different energy and the money stays among your people. Okay, maybe it carries a bit of disadvantage too, but our mental state was so fragile that was definitely the best way. Maybe you think we are kinda hysteric about it because we had a lot of help. Well, organizing many preparation steps and a lot of people together and adding totally crazy weather that affects all of it, that is stressful itself. But we weren't stable. Our stress level was way lower than normal because of the tragedy. It was very interesting to observe how easily we got triggered, weakened, and tired. Even if we thought the grief and sadness are gone, it was still there, somewhere deep inside. It was very important to support each other. When one of us lost it, it created anger and a big mess between us. It reminded me of my depression. My mind was weak the same way. It was sad and complicated, but also a very good test for us. And maybe the universe knew it, so it helped us with the weather that was surprisingly good compared to the forecast. We lost only 1 day due to the rain, but the guys couldn't make it on time anyway. But 90% of the roof was done, we were safe, and the guys came back in 10 days to finish it. They did an amazing job and we are incredibly happy about the result. We can also feel the house feels better, its energy changed. The ugly ducking of our street is changing and gaining strength. The work won't stop here, but one big chapter is finished. It was very challenging for us and we will take a break from any reconstruction in summer. But we are proud we made it and we see how strong we are. The terrible loss gave us another lesson and reminder that life is too short not to enjoy every day. Even if the circumstances are not the best, you have to feel good at least for a few minutes each day. And when you fall in love with dandelions, you have the right to turn into a dandelion fairy and run in fields in a yellow dress if you want. Because why not?